Hello students, I am Raghunanda working as an assistant professor of physics. Today in this session we are going to obtain the expression for kinetic and potential energies in the case of conservative forces. Now what are conservative forces? If the work done by a force is independent of the path followed by the particle, then such a force is known as conservative force. Here in this case you can see that a particle at A is acted upon by some force and moves along the path C1 to reach the point B. And in this case, the particle moves along the path C2 to reach the point B from point E. In both of these cases, the work done will remain same. Then such a force is known as conservative force. Now, in this second case, we can see that the particle moves from point A to B through the path C1 and returns back to again from point B to A to the point through the path C2. So in this case, the total amount of work done will be equal to 0. So here you can see that this integral gives the work done in moving the particle from A to B through C1, and this expression gives the work done in moving the particle from B to A through path C2. So if we interchange these definite integrals or limits of the integrals, then what you are going to get? Minus of B to A will become minus of A to B. So this gives the work done in moving the particle from A to B. And from this equation both are one and the same, hence the total work becomes equal to 0. Therefore, we can say that the work done by a conservative force around a closed path is always equal to 0. The work done by a conservative force around a closed path is always equal to 0. So these are the two things which we should remember about the conservative forces. So conservative forces are path independent. They depend only on the initial and final positions, and the work done by the conservative forces around the closed path is always equal to 0. Now, there is always a potential energy associated with a conservative force, and it is expressed as the negative gradient. This conservative force is always expressed as the negative gradient of the potential energy. So, there is always a potential energy associated with the conservative force, and this force is expressed as the negative gradient of the potential energy. Now, let us obtain the expression for the kinetic and potential energies in the case of conservative forces. So, if you see the examples of conservative forces, they are the elastic spring, gravitational force, magnetic force, electrostatic force, etc. Non-conservative forces means they are viscous force, frictional force, air resistance, where the energy loss is observed. Whereas in the case of conservative forces, the energy of the system throughout the process is conserved. So like this, let us find out expression for the potential and kinetic energies in the case of spring, that is elastic spring. So for that, let us consider a spring ball system. So if the ball is moved inside the spring, so what happens? It will get compressed and the kinetic energy slows down. The ball slows down. The kinetic energy of the ball will get converted into potential energy, or will be stored in the spring as potential energy. And when it is released, when the ball is released, again it gains the kinetic energy. Its potential energy starts decreasing and it becomes equal to 0 at the position x equal to 0. So that is how this spring mass system works. And throughout this process of compression and release, the energy, total energy will remain constant and the work done will be 0 in moving the spring from x equal to 0 to x equal to d and again to x equal to 0. Now, the expression for the force in the case of spring is given by Hooke's law, that is F is equal to minus kx. So where k is the force constant. Here the force applied is directly proportional to the distance through which the spring is either compressed or extended, and it comes with negative sign. Why? Because it is acted against the restoring force, hence it is taken with negative sign. And here this negative sign, this work done, or else we can say that work done by the force in compressing the spring is nothing but the potential energy that is stored in the spring. So hence as it slows down the object, as it decreases the kinetic energy of the object, so the work done here will be taken with the negative sign. Now the kinetic energy at any point is given by k is equal to half mv square. So here v is the instantaneous velocity, and it is also observed that from the law of conservation of energy, the total energy of the system will always remains as the sum of potential and kinetic energies, which is given by this equation. Now it is also observed that at the two extreme ends, at one end the potential energy will be maximum, at another end the kinetic energy will be maximum, and they are equal to each other. So half k d square, this is the maximum potential energy at point x equal to d, and this is the maximum kinetic energy at point x equal to 0. Both are equal to each other according to the law of conservation of energy. Hence, from this equation we can obtain the expression for the maximum velocity attained by the ball at x equal to 0, which is given by v naught is equal to plus or minus d square root of k by m, where k is the force constant. Now, let us obtain the potential energy and kinetic energy expressions in the case of gravitational force. So here, if we see the system of earth ball, means a ball is thrown upward from the ground or from the earth at a height of y. Now first, what happens when the ball moves in the upward direction? Its kinetic energy slows down, its kinetic energy decreases, and at the top the potential energy will be maximum. Again, while coming back, all this potential energy will become or will change into kinetic energy, and the kinetic energy of the ball will be maximum when it reaches the ground. Now, how to calculate the potential energy of the ball? So it is taken as potential energy at point at a point on the earth, that is V0. It is obviously equal to 0. Here the potential energy will be equal to 0 minus Fy dy between the limits 0 to y, means the potential energy gained while moving from 0 to y, which is given by this equation. Now, this force is the force which is applied against the gravitational force, hence it is minus mg. By solving this integral, we are going to obtain the expression for potential energy as mg y. Now, what is the expression for kinetic energy? It is half mv square at any instant of time. And it is also, we can write from the law of conservation of energy, the sum of this potential energy and kinetic energy will remain always constant. Now, we are also aware that the conservation of energy requires the initial energy is equal to final energy. Initial energy means the energy at the ground. So the energy at the ground is totally the kinetic energy, and energy at the top is totally the potential energy. Both are equal to each other because the total energy of the system throughout the process will remain same. Hence, we can take half mv square is equal to mg y, where v is the maximum velocity of the ball when it reaches to the ground. This maximum velocity is expressed as square root of 2gy, where g is the acceleration due to gravity, and y is the maximum height to which the ball is thrown. So these are the expressions we got from the law of conservation of energy. Now students, what we have learnt in this session, we have learnt about the conservative forces, meaning and examples, and we have also obtained expression for the kinetic and potential energies in the case of conservative forces. Thank you.